right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is that you are joining us on yet another episode of Life with Noni Mothoni. I'm glad we could have the pleasure of being part of your day. And today I am joined by two great young men. They've been here before, and we are going to be talking about the money mistakes that they made while bachelors. Well, one is still a bachelor, one is married. So they're going to be sharing with us the money mistakes because they spent a lot of their life together, after campus, living together, you did business together. So a great deal of your life, you're both involved together, right?
Yes.
So that's what they're going to be sharing in different perspectives, and after that they're going to be telling us what they learned venye maisha Kanairo iliwachapa vibaya sana. So you can introduce yourselves. I don't think you're new, but for the sake of our new subscribers, you can introduce yourselves. Yeah.
Okay, where shall we start?
You can start with you.
Okay, my name is Moremi Mbogo. I'm a graphic designer, filmmaker,
Content creator.
A lot.
You wear many hats.
Yeah.
Karibu sana. Good to have you again.
People are forgetting that he's also called Maestro.
Oh, Maestro. Yes. And somewhere else he's also called Bridge. Huh?
No, Bridging is not him.
Oh,
he's the Maestro.
Oh, he's them. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Bridging.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So right. My name is Njoroge Jonathan. I am in the media industry. So yes. So and I'm so glad to be here again.
Yes, I think you even own shares on this channel by now. You've appeared here quite a number of times. So let's dive into it. So two young men, you finished campus. You've chosen now you're going to be independent. You're starting your businesses together. You're not on an 8 to 5 and all that kind of thing. So, but to give this a retrospect, when is the first time you interacted with money and how did you use it? Outside, this is now post-campus. Yes. When you interact, and don't take some of the first time because there's pocket money, primary or high school. So this is post-campus. Now you're living by yourselves, independent bachelors. So when is the first time you interacted with money? You can start with you, Jonathan.
Yes. So for me, I interacted with money when I got my first wedding photography job. So when I Temitoka campus, I started a photography business.
Yeah. And
then I got my first gig. And the gig was a wedding job. And I got paid 50,000. So the first money I got in Lishika Hivi was 25,000 because it was 50% of 50,000.
Okay.
Yes. And I also, in fact,
that was a lot of money.
That time it was a lot of money.
Yeah, I can imagine.
A lot of money. Because now, first of all, we were living in a house where we were paying 7,000, 4 of us. Yes, 4 of us. So ukitoa maybe unatoa kitu kama 2,000
or even less.
So you got to 2,500 to pay rent and buy shopping for the whole month.
Okay.
Yes. So the only other expense was 300 shillings for kitoweo ya wiki. The whole week, so it was 50 bob a day. So comparing that money a month, around 2,800 a month, with 25,000 shillings, it was a lot of money. In fact, client akiniambia tukiagree alipo 50, niko naona hii ni pesa yezi isha. So that's the first time I interacted with money.
All right.
And it iliniharibu akili.
All right, you, Eric?
Okay. As for me, it was when I joined music production school in CBD.
Okay.
Penye sasa nilipatana na mwalimu anafunza, but
mwenye wako anajua piano.
So I had to teach the teacher. So in the process he's paying me to teach him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So now you've earned this amount of money. So saying these are your first times. So to you, it looks like a lot of money because you've not interacted before with that kind of money. Whatever it is you're being paid, maybe it was per day or per week, or it was a lot of money by then. So what are the money mistakes, or what are these things you did? And when you look back, you're like, I really wasted myself, or I regret how I spent that money back then. Yeah, so what are these money mistakes?
Okay, the first mistake was not saving, but spending so much. For instance, I remember tukiwa na shule, tukienda home because of being so exhausted. Every day lazima tungepitia kwa supermarket, tunanunua ile maziwa ya packet kila mtu yake.
What do you mean nikiwa na shule? This is
when he had
music
music
school.
school.
music.
So tukienda nyumbani lazima tunanunua hiyo maziwa. It was around 60 bob ya Brookside.
Ile long life.
Okay.
Kila mtu yake. Na tukienda shule asubuhi tunabuy pancakes sijui na nini.
Pancake ya
Soft
super.
life. Nyinyi mnaishi soft life
sasa.
sasa. Okay.
So by end month unapata una do.
Yeah.
Cause hiyo pesa yote unapewa, but unaiskonda here and there.
Yeah. Okay, so you didn't save at all.
At all.
So it was spending for as long as you were seeing money.
Yes.
Inaingia tu kama imetoka.
Yes.
Okay.
Even to add on that about saving, it's all kinds of saving. Putting money aside just in case of emergency, kulipa NHIF, vitu kama hizo tukuwa tunalipa, and you know that thing is very important.
Yeah.
So there are so many things. In fact, mimi nianza kulipa NHIF time nime get married. But that time any kind of saving,
it was not
and you know it was expensive because hiyo pancake ilikuwa 40 bob every morning na tuko wawili ni 80 bob every morning na jioni.
You guys were not cooking for yourselves? Like
Sometimes you would cook but you see mmefika mko tired. Hamtaki nini. Haya saa zingine maybe tukienda home mnapitia place maybe kama Chipo hivi. Nakumbuka kuna time tulikuwa tunaishi na yeye after tushatoka Kiambu, tulikuwa tunaishi Rashie. Tulikuwa tunafika stage yani tunasema tuweze enda nyumbani hivyo, tunaingia place fulani hapo ya Chipo. Mnakula Chipo kama Rwabe nyinyi wote wawili. Rwabe ni 2 so 200 bob.
Greek for 200.
So 200 bob then mnaenda home. So if you calculate if like 3 times a week you eat 200 bob.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for young people.
Men, yeah.
Right. But you see nyinyi mnaona tu mko na thao, tuanini mnamaliza. So that's what used to happen.
So it was just spending every day.
Just spending.
Nothing.
Also coming to town just for the sake of coming. So fares are very expensive. So like
and there's
Kiambu,
nothing you are coming to watch YouTube videos.
So if like for example in Kiambu, if you did not leave very early, you pay 50 bob. There's a time you pay 100, then 80. Then maybe now after 11 ndio mtalipa chwani. So when you mkienda tao just for the sake of, that's when we learned that you don't go to town until you are, unless you have a plan.
Yes.
Like we used to put all our meetings on Wednesdays. Because Wednesdays kuna School of Wisdom kwa shule yetu, kuna service.
Yeah.
So unaweka vitu zote ili ukienda town once asubuhi. But before that
we used to go every single day.
So that kind of just spending money without plan and saving, and yet you have limited funds, that's what was the problem.
All right. And any other money mistake that you made?
The other one is being overambitious.
All right. So this is living beyond your means.
Yes.
Okay.
Like for instance, there's a time like we decided venye tuko tunasema to look presentable.
Yes.
The society.
Yeah.
So tuliend up kwenda Gikomba, mtu anatumia almost 6,000 plus. Just on nini.
Na si duka mnafungua.
In fact, si mwenye hata tumeitwa any nini meeting ati tunaenda just for the because tumeona tunafaa kujipresent vizuri.
But I guess if you've not watched that video, I'll link it somewhere up. Yeah, you watch it to get perspective.
Hey.
So you are literally you're spending a lot of money.
Yes, in fact kuna time tuko tunafikiria kununua sijui coach TV ya 60 inches. As in
na pesa ilikuwa inatoka wapi?
si ndio hata unashangaa tukifikiria hivyo hatufikirii kuna future hapo mbele ama we may need that money to do something else. Tunafikiria tu TV. Tunafikiria coaches. Tunafikiria as in vitu unnecessary.
At a fridge. Tunafikiria fridges, ma fridge, tununue microwaves.
Niko umeshafika.
That's what hata hatuko tumefika. Ni venye tu tunataka unatafuta pesa. Ununue fridge. Kwanza unasema a fridge is just 16,000 kana kadogo.
Yes.
Hiyo ni pesa ina gani? So you see now that's how you are thinking. So you are thinking to spend. In fact, after tushaenda hiyo Gikomba, I remember tulitoka nyumba ya 7,000 Kiambu, tukaenda Kabete to bedroom. Now at 10,000. So that it need to increase the tents, extend so your boundaries. So that sasa it need to extend. So we increase our expenses for the sake of. In fact, we had a neighbor mwenye yeye ana work. She's in the medical industry. She was working in a pharmacy, getting paid really good pay. Yeye anaishi 1 bedroom.
Yes.
Na nyinyi mnaenda kwa 2 bedroom.
Na sisi tuko kwa 2 bedroom na sisi hatu work.
So mko ika na room na hustle life imewachapa but you want to.
We just want
to be seen and please.
It was not necessary to be seen. I think it is mtu akiwa mdogo kuna tu funny ideas tunakuja tu in your mind.
To pose.
Like it waita kusaidia. You are thinking in the current situation, ufikiri future.
And the fact that you guys also wanted to be billionaires, you wanted to also start experiencing what billionaires.
And also another thing is that then we have young people, we have a lot of bad mentality concerning business and entrepreneurship. When you think that you're running a business and you are getting money, what is happening is that you think that all the money you are getting from a business is yours to use.
Okay.
That's what is happening. So what happens is that ukilipwa 50,000, unadhani 50,000 yako yote
Ukumbuki kuna what needs to go back to the business.
Now that's what's happening. So you find that ideally the person who is a business person should live even a lesser life when starting off than a person who is employed, because he needs to live as with little as possible to plow back to the business for it to grow. But sisi sasa ukienda ugonge deal fulani ya photography ama ya graphic design ya 10,000 na mimi wedding ya for shoot kama ya 10,000, tunadhani 20,000 is ours to use.
It's all of you, yes.
So at the end of the day, here 20,000 ikiisha, we don't have any
There's
more
nothing
money.
that has gone back to the business.
So, but we thought that because we are running businesses, we have all the money.
Not because you're also young men, you are looking to settle in marriage sometime. Did you ever find yourself overspending money on ladies who you end up didn't having a future with them? Was that anything that ever happened to you? Because I know these things do happen. They do happen to gentlemen. But we all have different experiences.
Yeah, for me, I made that mistake when I was in campus. So I could not repeat that mistake after campus. So me, I did not really spend money on that much money on ladies. In fact, mimi msichana nikisikia wewe kwanza ni pesa unataka. Kwanza uko kwa blacklist.
Unaweka X
hapo. So I could not.
Alright. So you had already learned your lesson when in campus and
so mimi
singetumia
pesa no. Ati nikupeleke hapa 5,000 nini?
Amesema I can only eat at Villa Rosa.
Aje. Juku wako ni Villa Rosa ukijioni mali utakula sapa. So at the end of the day, I would not do that. Maybe Eric has a different experience.
Yeah, you can share me. I think you do have an experience.
Mimi I'm a son of God. I'm a shy person, I'm innocent. Hizo zote. So I didn't spend
literally
money, on ladies. Because at least me seem to a lady sana.
What do you mean seem to a lady sana?
You know, I'm looking for a wife, but
so you didn't end up them wamekwambia me I can only eat at this restaurant, and then you end up just splash.
No, she shouldn't dictate for me where she will eat.
You then you've been blessed with very good ladies out here demand, and they say this is where I can eat. So if you're not
na huyo na naomba Mungu nisiwaipatana.
Ata
atapitichiwa anaweza na his life.
No, but the ladies
It's
are
like
they're
your
really
character
demanding a lot.
development.
So, and it's giving a lot of pressure to men to match up to their standards. So, but we are praying for them. So now you've shared quite a couple of. You had mentioned something to do with hoarding earlier on.
Hoarding.
Did you hoard money?
Yes, a lot. Let me explain. You know,
And
money.
you're not investing.
Yes, money is an issue. It comes with a mentality.
Yeah.
And one of the things that really affects us as young people is poverty mentality. So you think that the more you hold
You
on
keep
to
to
money,
yourself.
the more
It will
you.
not grow.
I remember there is a movie, I love it so much, inaitwa Just Go With It. And a child comes to this doctor, and the doctor the mom of this child works for the doctor. So the child asks the doctor, hey, Dr. Maccabi, my mother tells us that you are very rich, so will you take me to Hawaii?
Right.
So the child the doctor says to the child, no, I cannot take you to Hawaii. Then but you have all the money. Then if I take all the children to Hawaii, the reason why young people remain rich, us rich people remain rich, is because we don't take children to Hawaii, we don't take children to go to do the dolphin, so we retain all the money, that's why we are rich. Now that is the mentality that we have. So that the less you spend, the more you don't do many things, the more money in a baki.
Right.
So hoarding money is, and I always give this example in some of the episodes earlier.
Yeah.
I would have 1,000 bob and borrow fare, so that
unajua
I cannot
ukivunja
break
hiyo,
that 1,000 bob.
itaisha.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that kind of mentality where you don't spend so that you can
isiishe.
there is one of our friends konaishi na yeye alinifunza hiyo kitu which ilikam kuni affect afterwards. I won't say his name. Kondesha na mpaka na kina Eric, na he used to say that I have 200 bob. Me, as long as sina another 200 bob, I won't spend that 200 bob mpaka time nitapata another one. So he used to go, alikuwa anasoma one of the colleges in town, hata afadhali atebei hakuli lunch, hafanya anything, he has to make 200 bob. But when he gets another 200 bob, now he can spend this 200 bob. You understand? So at that time it was making sense because we did not have money.
Yeah.
But the truth about money is that money is currency.
Yeah.
You have to pass on money.
It has to keep
yes,
on
I always
circulating.
believe, of late have come to believe that the money I have is not mine. It's for someone else. And the one for me is not with me, it's with someone else.
Yeah.
So if I don't give this,
Money circulates.
yes, and it's a principle, whether you take it, whether it's a biblical principle, whether it's a world principle, as a secular principle, it works. Whether you are a Christian or a pagan, or an Islam or whoever, it works.
It means constant.
That you have to give to receive.
All right.
You give, you create space for something
more
else.
to come.
So now that hoarding money really affected us, and it does not. It's something that watu wanakaa ni kitu hivyo, but if you look at practically, it has to work.
All right.
Yeah. So that hoarding is what has a problem, and many young people do hoard money, and when you hoard money,
Because you are
none
thinking,
comes.
if I release this haita, I don't. Where will the other money come?
And even those young people who are not as poor as we were, even if you are working and you have money in the bank, na inakaa tu hapo, you have just set yourself for no more money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the best move is to invest it somewhere for it to grow.
Yes.
All right. So as we wind up, just tell me one thing that you wish you knew back then. As we wind up, each of you just give me one point on what you wish you knew on how to have spent money better. We can start with you, Eric, in very few seconds.
I wished I had the discipline to save. That is one of the most important things I've learned in life.
All right.
Saving for the future, for what might come when you are not ready.
All right. Saving. It helps a lot.
Investing in people.
All right.
Yes, investing in people and relationships. My good book that I read called the Bible Cause says that you have to use the mammon to get friends for yourself. It gives a parable hapo ukienda usome. It's a parable of the servant mwenye alikuwa the shrewd nini na akatumia pesa za mkubwa wake kusamehea watu madeni. Hata alirushwa nje.
Alienda kuambia.
So building relationship with the people, because some of these things, some of the money that I had, I could have invested in people, of course, and in other things. I wish I had bought Bitcoin when it was 100 bob. I wish I had bought Bitcoin when it was 2010, when it was that hiyo pesa kidogo, or hata kama si 2010 when it was 6,000. I wish I had also invested in vitu kama hizo. I wish I was in a sacco. Sasa ingekuwa nachukua loan time 3, almost $1 million. But then hizo ni vitu tumelearn. But for me is using money for people.
Investing in people.
Me, I would give you money, nibaki bila, but I've made you my friend. Because na mimi next time niwenda call bro, nimekwama. Juzi nimeokolewa hapa na watu wenye sijaiwa pesa, lakini na wasotingi tu. Waliniokolea juzi hata ni hii wiki. And that's
it. Proves that principle of what comes around goes back around.
Karma.
That's karma.
Yes.
That's karma.
Okay, sorry. All right, but I think those are very two important lessons: to save and to invest in people, in relationships, and people are really a good resource, that's for sure. So we'll close it there. I know there's much I would have talked about, that I've shared more of their stories and all that. But for today, let us just pause there. Thank you so much for engaging with us and staying tuned. Should you have any more questions, should you have feedback or whatever it is, be sure to make use of the comment section. And we will see you on the next episode. So you can sign out however you'd like.